My son declared, "You're not my real dad. Mom's boyfriend is way better." I said, "All right." Then I canceled his private school tuition and sold his car. 3 days later, his mother was threatening to sue. I'm a 43-year-old man who raised my son, Ethan, 17, single-handedly since he was 8. His mother, Lisa, left us for some guy she met at her yoga studio. She didn't want custody, just her freedom. Fine. Whatever. I rebuilt our lives. For 9 years, I worked my tail off. Private school at Crestwood Academy, $30,000 a year, a Mercedes C-Class for his 16th birthday, a gaming rig that cost more than some people's car payments, summer programs, private tutors, you name it. Not because I'm loaded, I'm a construction site supervisor. I just put him first, always. 3 weeks ago, Lisa decided she wanted back into Ethan's life. Showed up with her boyfriend, Vince, a fitness coach with a leased Porsche, the type you'd expect. Ethan started spending weekends at their place. Okay, he deserves to know his mom. Last Sunday, Ethan came home and hit me with, "I've been thinking, you're not really my dad. Not my real dad. Vince gets me more. Mom says I can move in with them full-time after I turn 18. He's going to help me become a content creator." I just stared. "I'm not your real dad?" You know what I mean. Biologically, yeah, but Vince is more like a father figure. He doesn't nag me about grades or college. He supports my goals. Your goal to be a content creator? See, you're doing it now. This judgmental crap. Vince says I've got natural charm. I nodded slowly. All right, if I'm not your real dad, then I don't have real responsibilities. I'll stop the school payments tomorrow. The car's going back to the dealer since it's in my name. Your college fund? That's for my son, and apparently that's not you. His face went pale. Dad, hold on. Ethan, I corrected. Or sir, since I'm not your real dad. That was Sunday. By Wednesday, chaos had erupted. Update 1. Let me catch you up on the absolute meltdown unfolding. Monday morning, I called Crestwood Academy and said I was pulling financial support, effective immediately. They gave Ethan 5 days to secure new funding or he's out. Then I listed the Mercedes on an online marketplace. Got $27,000, solid for a year-old car. Monday afternoon, Ethan came home in tears, full-on sobbing. Dad, the school called me into the office. They said you're not paying anymore. I have SATs next month. I can't change schools now. Talk to your real father figure about it. This is crazy. You're ruining my life over one thing I said. One thing? You said I'm not your real dad. Real dads pay for school. I'm just some guy who's been feeding and housing you for 9 years, right? Tuesday, Lisa started blowing up my phone. 52 texts. Some highlights. What's wrong with you? You can't abandon your son. This is emotional neglect. Vince's cousin is a lawyer and says this is illegal. Ethan's devastated, I replied once. He's got a real father figure now. Ask Vince to handle it. Wednesday morning, Lisa showed up at my job. Security had to escort her out. She was yelling about lawsuits, how I'm destroying Ethan's future, how Vince can't afford private school because he's building his brand. My boss, Mike, saw it all, then said, "That your ex?" I nodded. He clapped my shoulder. "Hold firm, man." Wednesday night, Ethan switched tactics, cooked dinner, first time in years, cleaned his room, then sat me down for a talk. Dad, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just trying to connect with Mom. You're my real dad, you've always been there. Uh-huh. And this has nothing to do with losing your car and school? I mean, that made me see how much you do for me. So if I reinstate everything tomorrow, we're good. You won't pull this again? I swear, never again. And when Vince gets you a Porsche for graduation? When Mom offers you a room in their condo? Then what? He couldn't meet my eyes. That's different. Get out of my face, Ethan. Today's Thursday. The school's payment is due tomorrow. Ethan's been cycling through anger, tears, and groveling. Lisa's threatened legal action 7 times. Apparently, Vince blocked her number after she asked him for $30,000. I'm sitting here with a whiskey, staring at Ethan's college fund statement. $125,000. Thinking about that boat I've always wanted. More updates to come. This isn't over. Update 2. Buckle up. This week's been a roller coaster. Friday. Deadline day. Ethan faked sick to skip school, in full crisis mode, bouncing between his mom's place and mine, trying to negotiate something. Around noon, Lisa showed up with her sister Carla and, swear to God, Vince's mom, Maria. Maria, a 65-year-old who thinks her son's a saint, started preaching about family values. In our family, we don't abandon kids over words. My Vince would never do this. Your Vince told my son he'd be a better dad but won't pay for his school. Sounds like he's all talk. Carla chimed in. You're being childish. Ethan's a kid. He made one mistake. He's 17. In 8 months, he's an adult. Old enough to say I'm not his dad. Old enough to face consequences. Lisa tried tears. Please. His friends are at Crestwood. His whole life is there. You're wrecking his senior year. No, Ethan wrecked it when he decided Vince was his real father figure. I'm just reallocating my budget. Then Vince himself rolled up in his Porsche, wearing a muscle tee in 50-degree weather. Bro, we gotta talk man to man. Sure, got $30,000? Listen, what Ethan said was out of line, but you're taking it too personally. Kids say dumb stuff. Adults deal with consequences. You want to be his dad? Congrats. Cover his tuition. I'm growing my brand, bro. I got 4 clients. Then you can't afford to be anyone's dad. Get off my property. Saturday morning, Ethan went ballistic, posted on Instagram, calling me a controlling jerk who can't handle rejection. Tagged family, my co-workers, everyone. The post got some traction locally. 1,500 likes, 400 comments. Most roasted him. Kid said he's not his dad and thought the money would keep flowing. Peak FAFO, Team Dad. Entitled much? But Lisa's friends and family came out swinging, messaging me, calling me cruel, saying I'm traumatizing a kid, that I should be ashamed. My brother Juan texted, saw Ethan's post. Want me to comment? Nah, let him dig his hole. By the way, I'm unfollowing him. Kid's ungrateful. Sunday, the real chaos hit. Ethan was officially pulled from Crestwood. Had to enroll in public school for his senior year. It's a solid school, but to him, it's like exile. He stormed into my room at 7 a.m. I have to go to Lincoln High. You know what Crestwood kids call it? Dropout high. Sounds like your problem. I'll never get into Yale now. My academic record's trashed. Talk to Vince. Maybe he knows someone in admissions. Stop it. You're my dad. Nah, I'm just some guy you're related to, your words. But here's where it gets juicy. Sunday afternoon, my lawyer buddy Dave called laughing. Lisa tried filing an emergency custody modification, claiming I'm financially neglecting Ethan. The judge read it and said, Ma'am, your son's 17 and private school isn't a requirement. Case tossed. Last night, around 10 p.m., Ethan slipped a note under my door. Dad, I messed up. I know I messed up. Mom and Vince were telling me you're holding me back, that you're too strict, that I could be more without your rules. I believe them because I'm dumb. I see now Vince can't even pay his car lease. Mom's in a tiny apartment. They sold me dreams they can't deliver. I'm not asking for Crestwood back. I know I burned that bridge. I just want you to be my dad again. The real one, the only one. Ethan. I kept the note, still figuring out how to respond. This morning, Lisa sent one last text. You got what you wanted. Hope you're satisfied. Ethan cried all night. I replied, I didn't get anything. I just stopped losing. More to come after I decide what to do with the note. I need another whiskey. Update 3. Final update, and what a wild ride. After the note, I let Ethan stew for a couple of days. He was like a shadow, barely eating, coming straight home from his new school, no Instagram posts. He even scrubbed the bathroom without me asking. That's when I knew he was desperate. Wednesday, I sat him down. Let's talk about your note. He started crying immediately. Not the fake tears from before, but raw, messy sobbing. Dad, I'm so sorry. I ruined everything. I'm such an idiot. You're not an idiot. You got played by two adults who should have known better. I just wanted to know Mom. She made it sound like you were the bad guy, like you were why she left. Your mom left because she met Vince at yoga and decided being a parent wasn't exciting enough. That's the whole story. She said you were controlling, that you stopped her dreams. Her dream was to be a wellness influencer. She had 150 followers and spent our rent money on protein shakes she never sold. But sure, I was the issue. Thursday, things went off the rails. Vince got arrested. Turns out Mr. Porsche was running a scam, selling fake supplements as medical grade to his clients. One ended up in the ER. Police found $40,000 worth of counterfeit goods in his place. Lisa called, screaming, "This is your fault. If you hadn't been so petty about Ethan, I wouldn't have pressured Vince for money. He only did this because I was stressed." So your boyfriend commits fraud and it's my fault? That's some world-class mental gymnastics. I need money for his bail. I laughed so hard I nearly dropped my phone. Ask his mom. She thinks he's perfect. Friday was senior skip day at Lincoln High, but Ethan went anyway. Came home and said, "It's not that bad. The kids are more genuine, less stuck up. There's this girl, Ava, in my AP physics class. She's really sharp." Yeah? She saw my Instagram post, said I was a spoiled jerk who got what I deserved. Sounds like a smart girl. I think I like her. Focus on graduating first, Casanova. Saturday, the doorbell rang at 8 a.m. It was Maria, Vince's mom, Carla, Lisa's sister, and Lisa wanting to make peace. I'm in pajamas, coffee in hand, already done with this. Maria started, "My son's in jail because of this mess. You've ruined 2 families. Your son's in jail because he's a crook. That's on him. Ethan needs stability. Give him his car back. I'll get him a used Toyota if he graduates with a 3.5 GPA. Lisa, looking exhausted. Please, I know I messed up. I said awful things, but Ethan shouldn't suffer because I'm a fool. You're right, he shouldn't. That's why he did, because he was a fool. He made his choice. He's a kid. Who's about to be an adult? Better he learns now that words have weight. They left after more yelling. Lisa's crashing with Carla since Vince's place is a crime scene. Poetic justice. Sunday, Ethan and I went to pick up his stuff from Crestwood. He was visibly embarrassed but handled it. His ex-girlfriend, Qley, stopped him. Heard what happened. You kinda had it coming, but I'm sorry it went down like that. On the drive home, Ethan said, Dad, I've been thinking about college. Yale's probably out now. Crestwood was my edge. But Lincoln has a solid engineering track tied to the state university. Maybe I could do 2 years at community college, then transfer. I nearly swerved. You're considering community college? You? Ava's doing it. Says it's smart financially. Her parents are comfortable but have 4 kids. She's paying her own way. This Ava sounds like good people. Can I still use my college fund for state or community? That money's for your education. Always was. But you're getting a job this summer. You're paying for your own gas and insurance when you get that Toyota. Deal. Dad, are we okay? We're getting there, kid. This morning, Ethan made breakfast. Pancakes were soggy, bacon was charred, but he tried. He's at school now, probably trying to impress Ava with his newfound humility. Lisa's been silent since Vince's bail was denied. He's looking at 2 to 4 years. She posted some vague nonsense about finding true allies and rising from the fire. Sure, Lisa. Me? I'm browsing boats this weekend. Won't buy one. The college fund's still Ethan's. But I can dream. To everyone saying I went too far, my kid learned that actions have consequences. He learned you don't betray the people who love you for those who just make big promises. He learned real support isn't flashy talk. It's showing up every day for 9 years, even when it's tough. We're not perfect. We're not fully healed, but we're real. That's more than Vince and his Porsche ever were. Thanks for following this madness. Time for a whiskey in the game. Edit. Since people are asking, Ethan and Ava have a study session this Friday. Kids nervous as hell. Also, Vince took a plea deal, 15 months. Lisa's already on a dating app. Some things never change.